Today, I'm completely abandoning the campfire, and I will survive 99 nights in the forest living inside of an abandoned animal cage. I'm not allowed to return to the campfire, I can't craft, I can't cook, and most importantly, with no defense. I have no idea how I'll survive against the hungry monsters at nighttime. So I'll be giving myself 10 days to gather as many resources, and then I'm forced to move into the abandoned shelter. Alright, we are back with another video. So let's start it off by getting this stinky little foot. And there we go. We got the stinky foot on our first try. So let's just go ahead and place this foot down over here, and we will have ourselves a good sack in the morning. So we are going to be spending 99 nights inside of an abandoned animal cage. Huge shout out to Sword Fam for giving me new challenges on every single upload. You all are goated. So don't forget to comment where else I should challenge myself. I am fire level 2, and then with the rest of our logs, let's just go ahead and craft ourselves this map, and we are going to place it outside of the circle, so if we do need to look at this physical map, we can just say it over here. So let's just go ahead and get some more fuel items and some more scrap. Perfect. I do see a piece of coal, so I'm gonna take that, and let's just go ahead and get rid of all these wolves over here because we do need their pelt. And there we go, we got ourselves a wolf pelt, so we'll dump the key in there and we will save the kid later on. But if y'all look, this is where we are gonna be spending 99 nights inside of. This is the abandoned animal shelter. I ain't gonna lie, I don't know where I'm gonna survive, because if y'all look, it is completely empty. And I mean, wait, we can maybe survive up there. I don't know. We'll figure it out later. But as for now, let's just make the most of our 10 days. And then I will be back over there. So let's just go ahead and pick up all these coal pieces. And oh my, there's plenty over here. So that's definitely enough for fire level 4 now. But very quickly, I do want to max out our sack before returning. So let's pick this up. I am fire level 3 just like that. But that's still not enough. So let's just go ahead and make our way back outside. And it looks like we did get the lava biome, so that means we do have the ram on this run, which is gonna be very annoying because he's gonna break down all of our saplings. Ooh, we did find ourselves a little barn over here, so let's just check if there's any fuel items, and there is absolutely none, so I'm just gonna ignore it. Ooh, there is a fuel canister. I'm gonna grab that. And what's inside of this bank real quick? There is a coal piece, so I'm gonna grab that, and there's no ruby chest, so we're getting out. And there is a wooden shed over here. What's over here? There is a piece of coal, and if y'all look, my boy Jerry is over here, so let's just grab his corpse real quick if we can. We absolutely cannot right now, but very quickly let's just get ourselves this old flashlight that's on top over here, because we do need some protection at nighttime when this deer arrives. I am fire level 4 already, but now let's waste no time and let's trade with this pelt trader and get ourselves a good sack first, and then with this wolf's pelt we will go ahead and get ourselves this spear. And we do need to find ourselves a bunch of heals, because if we don't find that, I don't know how we're gonna survive later on. Ooh, thankfully we did find ourselves a hospital, so let's just go ahead and make sure we loot up all of the heals inside, because our health is getting extremely low right now. So let's pop a bandage, and in the lockers we did find ourselves another bandage, and we did find another bandage inside of this tree log. But let's just go ahead and loot up this house now, and I do want to pick up these chairs. And we did find the stronghold, so let's just go ahead and mark this on our map, and we will be back here in 11 minutes, which is gonna be on day 5 when it opens up. Let's just go ahead and pick up this fuel canister, and oh my gosh, our sack is completely full, but there is a hospital over here, so let's loot this place up real quick. So very quickly, let's just go inside, let's loot up a chair. And what's in here? There is one bandage, but I mean, we'll still take that. That's better than none. All right, first things first, we do have some chairs, so let's not forget about that. And now let's just go ahead and dump all the fuel inside of this campfire. Bam, we have fire level 5 now. But first things first, I do want to get this crafting bench level 2, get this sundial, and craft down this compass. And the rest we will get later on. So now that we entered the bear zone, we can get ourselves a giant sack, a strong axe, and a strong flashlight. So let's just start looting up all of these chests now. And I do see a barn over here, so let's just make sure we can loot it up. And we cannot loot up anything here because it's being blocked off. What's inside of this dumpster? Oh my gosh, there is a bandage. We'll grab that. There is a fuel canister, and there is a microwave. I mean, we'll grab that one too. And we do have to get rid of this guy right over here. And oh my gosh, there is an entire army behind behind me. We cannot loot up this chest just yet. So let's just make our way inside over here, and there will be 3 chests for us to loot up. So let's just test our luck on chest number 1, and we did get a rifle, so I mean, I'll take that. That's pretty good. That's gonna help us out a ton against those 6 bears later on. Let's open up these lockers, and there is another rifle with a fuel canister, so we'll grab that. And out of chest number 2, we did get ourselves a strong flashlight, so far that's pretty good. And we did get a med kit. Oh my gosh, that was actually a pretty good run, I would say. So let's just get back out there and continue looting up. There is a barn over here, so let's just go ahead and eat this piece of cake. And oh my gosh, we did get ourselves an oil barrel, so that's definitely enough for fire level 6 now. But I really need a giant sack because our sack is getting full. But I mean, hey, I'll take a med kit. Ooh, something mysterious is flying above you, so that means we do have the aliens on this run, so we will check that out later on. But as for now, let's just continue looting up. But we do need this giant sack because our sack is completely filled. So let's just loot up this bank real quick. And oh my gosh, there is an oil barrel, so I'll pick that up. And out of the chest, we did get ourselves a strong axe, which is pretty good because we did need that. So all we're missing now is this giant sack. So let's just test our luck with this chest, and we got another blueprint. Are you kidding me? Oh my gosh, out of this UFO ship, there is a laser sword, so let's just pick that up, and I will start using this instead of this spear now. And now let's just go ahead and empty out our sack inside of this campfire, and bam, just like that, fire level 6. So we will put our fuel aside, and we will use our extra fuel before leaving this campfire. But as for now, let's just go ahead and get right back out there because we do need this giant sack. I mean, we will go ahead and grab this oil barrel because the more fuel we have, the better it will be for us. And we got a giant sack. Let's go. So just like that, we have a giant sack now. We have a strong axe and a strong flashlight. So we are completely stacked out and ready to leave this campfire. And since we're already here at Squid Kid's cave, let's just go ahead and get rid of these bears so that when we come back here later on, it will be easier for us. And just like that, they're all done. So let's just go ahead, throw that key in there. Let's open up the gate, and there's no ruby chest, so we'll come back here later on. I will go ahead and grab up these pieces of steak because we do need that food. And let's just go ahead and pick up this oil barrel, and that should be good for now. And yo, we did find a ruby chest. So let's loot this bad boy up. And we did get a riot shield, and I mean, we'll still grab that. You never know, it could do us some good. All right, let's just go ahead and drop down some food in here, and then we do have some fuel canisters, so let's just drop the rest in there. And it seems like we are getting attacked tonight, so let's just go ahead and get rid of them. But that was pretty easy because just like that, they are dead. So let's take this cultist gem, let's put it in there. And if y'all look, we only have 1 cultist gem, so let's just make our way towards this stronghold. And there is gonna be a ruby chest in there, so hopefully we do get ourselves a chainsaw from that. All right, here we are. Let's make our way in, and let's just use our laser cannon. And we also have a laser sword now, so let's just go ahead and use that. So we're just gonna have to spam the same thing we were doing on the bottom floor, but this is pretty easy. We just gotta take out our sword, and bam, he is dead. Perfect. Take out our sword, go in circles, get rid of this guy, and we do have to pop a medkit because I am not trying to die out here. So it's the same exact process right over here. Let's take out our sword, and there we go. Just like that, we completed the stronghold within a minute. So let's just go ahead and loot up this ruby chest and see what we get. And we got thorn body, and I'll take that because that's better than our alien body. And of course, I do want these diamonds. All right, so if y'all look now, we do have 3 cultist gems. And we do also have a lot of scrap, but we are missing a lot of logs. So let's just go ahead and chop down some trees, and I'll see you all in a little bit.
A few minutes later.
Alright, so after 2 days of farming up logs, we do have 174. So let's just go ahead and get ourselves this old bed. Let's get this regular bed. Let's get this crafting bench level 3. Let's get this good bed. Let's get this crafting bench level 4. And let's get this giant bed. So with the rest of our logs, let's just go ahead and spend it on 7 farm plots. And then we will get ourselves a lightning rod because it just started raining. So we'll put it right next to the map. And then the beds we won't place down just yet. We will drop them down because we don't want this multiplier to take effect just yet. So let's just go ahead and pick up all these saplings and then make our way towards this animal shelter. Perfect. Here we are. And I do want to go ahead and just plant down these farm plots because I do want the food all grown in by the time we move in. So let's just go ahead and plant them all down one by one. And there we go. Just like that, we planted down all of the farm plots. But let's just go ahead and waste no time and plant down these saplings. So let's just go ahead and close off this part right over here real quick. Perfect. That side looks good to me for now, and we will continue it off later on. Don't y'all worry. But as for now, let's just go ahead and see if we can plant it over here, and hopefully we can. Perfect. We can plant it right over here. Perfect. That doesn't look too bad for now. Let's just get rid of these trees because they are blocking this animal's cage right over here. All right, so we did get some more saplings, so let's just go ahead and plant them down all over here. So let's just go ahead and start to close it off right over here now. Perfect. And just like that, that part is closed off. So I'd say we're doing a pretty good job. The only part we can't really fortify is this back part over here, but that should be fine because if y'all look, it is completely bricked up. So let's just make sure that this part over here is completely sealed out. There we go. That looks good to me. All right, let's just go ahead and take care of this raid, but this should be fairly easy. So let's just take out our laser sword and just keep whacking these boys. So let's take this cultist gem and let's place it in the grinder. And if y'all look, we do have enough to get this oil drill now, but I'm not gonna lie, I do want to make this challenge harder, so we won't do that. And since it is day 8, let's just go ahead and start saving some of these kids so we do get this multiplier up. All right, let's make our way inside of Dino Kid's cave because we already killed the wolf, so let's pick him up. And let's make our way to Koala Kid next because she is the closest. So I do see a bunch of bears over there, so let's just go ahead and get rid of this bear first because he is in the way right now. And there we go, he is dead. So now we can take care of these bears. But why is that bear on top right now? He should not be there. He's kind of in the way, so let's get rid of him before we go there. And there we go, he is dead. So let's just make our way on top now, and let's take care of these bears. And yo, stay down over there, please. So let's just go ahead and spam our rifle and our laser cannon, and they should be dead in no time. And just like that, they are dead. So let's just go ahead and pick up that bear pelt, and let's loot up this koala kit. And we did get a ruby chest, and we did get a chainsaw. Let's go. But I'm not gonna lie, we already got most of the saplings that we needed, so I don't know how handy this is gonna be, but it's still pretty cool that we got ourselves a chainsaw. And since Squid Kid's cave is right next to koalas, let's just go ahead and make our way in. Let's just go ahead and drop off all of the kids now. And since it is day 9, we can go ahead and place down all of these beds, so let's just go ahead and do that. And we don't have enough time to save Kraken Girl today, so we will save her on another day. But as of now, let's just make the most of tonight because it is our last day inside of this campfire. And just like that, we are not allowed back inside of this campfire. So let's just make our way towards our base. And it's looking pretty good because the trees are already all growing in, and the food did grow in. So let's just go ahead and place down all of these saplings because we did get a bunch more. And there we go. This line is done right over there. So we are going to have to make an entrance, and I'm pretty sure this is going to be the entrance right over here. But let's just go ahead and close it off a little bit right over here. Perfect. That should be good enough. We just got to let that all grow in. But as for now, the rest of the saplings are looking pretty good. So I think that's all of the tree saplings that we needed. And we do have some alien friends, so let's just go ahead and dump them inside. Perfect. That looks good to me. So let's just make our way towards Kraken Girl, and let's get this multiplier maxed out. But first, there is a church in here that I do want to loot up because we absolutely forgot to do that. So let's just pick up this piece of cake and let's get out of there. Alright, Kraken Kid, here we are. So let's just get rid of all of these wolves, but this should be fairly easy. We just gotta spam our laser cannon and take out our riot shield because I am not trying to die out here. I am just like that. They are all dead. And now let's just go ahead and pick up Kraken Kid. And just like that, we have a max multiplier now because we saved all of the kids and all of the beds are placed down over there. So let's just make our way towards this base, but so far the ram has not spawned in. But that's pretty good because I don't want him to break any of these trees because that will set us back so much time. And oh my gosh, he is here. Let's get away from our base because I don't want him to break anything at all. And you know what? Since we're just gonna be wasting time over here, let's just make our way towards this alien UFO ship. So here it is. This is the UFO ship, but first let's take care of these aliens because they are annoying. So let's get rid of this guy right over here too. And we do have ourselves a ray gun sitting at the floor. So that means we have all of the UFO weapons now. We have the laser sword, we have the ray gun, we have the laser cannon, and we did have the alien tech body, but we did find the thorn armors, and that's way better. So let's just make our way inside of the mothership now. There we are. So let's just take care of them, but this should be fairly easy. We just gotta give them the alien elite, and I am not the alien. What are you doing? Let's redo that, but let's do it with this guy right over here. And then I do want to go ahead and pick him up because I want to use him as decoration inside of this base. So let's get rid of these guys. Perfect. They are going to spawn behind me. Get rid of them. And this is the last stack. Perfect. Let's use this alien elite again. Let's pick him back up because I want to use him. And now let's just get rid of all these guys on top. But we can take out our ray gun and we should be fine. Let's pick up his body. And now very quickly we can loot up this chest, but we already have everything. So there's not really much we can get. And it looks like we did get a laser cannon, so that's pretty cool. So let's get rid of this guy. And there is going to be a guy with a laser cannon. Let's just make sure we get rid of him. And let's just keep whacking these guys over and over again. We should be good. So yeah, just like that, we completed the mothership. So let's just get our butt out of here. And now we are back at our base. So let's just go ahead and empty out our sack. And oh my gosh, we do have a lot of prisoners inside of our base now. But it's still not filled up enough. So let's just go ahead and put one alien elite in there. We'll put an alien elite in here as well. So it's all lit up. Perfect. That's looking good so far. But very quickly, I do want to make sure that we don't get this ramp to spawn in, or else he will break down all of our trees. And I don't want that. Okay, it is the deer, so we should be fine. So let's make our way inside of our base. And is the deer going to get in? Okay, the deer's right over there, so we should be fine. There's not really much we can do inside of this shelter. Like, where do I hide? I do want to climb this fence. And oh my gosh, we climbed the fence. How are we here right now? I don't know how we're here, but I'm gonna take it. I'm gonna just stay here and we should be good. And what is that alien doing over there? It's like he's levitating. You know what? Ain't no questions gonna be asked because right now our position doesn't even make any sense. And just like that, we just survived a night inside of this animal shelter. Somehow we're making it work, but hey, I mean, I'll take it. So let's just go ahead and get out there because I do want to find myself some kiwis. And if you're wondering where to get the kiwis, well, you do have to make your way towards the end of the map right over here. But I mean, the spawn is completely random, so it's all about luck over here. And there we go, we found our first kiwi. So I'm gonna grab him, but we do need plenty more because one is not gonna do anything. Oh my gosh, we did find ourselves a church. So very quickly, I do want to go ahead and make my way inside. Let's just loot up all of these med kits. Let's take these bandages and let's eat this piece of cake. Perfect. Let's get out of there and let's continue looking for these kiwis. So it is nighttime now and the ramp is out, but all we could find is just one kiwi. And I am not happy with that because we need plenty more. But we are back at our base. Let's just go ahead and drop off the kiwi in here real quick. And let's just go ahead and get right back out there because I do want to find some kiwis and it is morning once again. Let's go. There's a kiwi right over here. Let's kidnap him. But there should be plenty of more because there's no way we're gonna settle for just two. And oh my gosh, we do have an army of bears right behind us, so we do have to be extra careful right now. So let's just pop a bandage and let's just continue looking. Kiwi number 3, get in the sack, boy. And this is not getting good. We are getting hungry, so we have to kill a bear. So let's just go ahead and get rid of this bear that was making out with that tree. There we go. We killed him. Let's just eat some raw meat and let's pop a med kit. So let's just go ahead and bring him back over here. And we are starving, so let's eat some carrots. So let's just get up on top of him. And there we go. We are on top of this shelter now. And oh my gosh, he just flung me all the way up. And now we're on the roof. I mean, this is pretty cool. I guess we'll just stay here for now. Perfect. We were just awarded 2 diamonds, so that means we are halfway through this challenge. And hey, where are you going? I'm gonna throw you right back in there. So let's just go ahead and give y'all a tour of our base because, I mean, it's pretty much completed now. So if y'all look, it is completely fortified all around. And wait. This guy is running. He can't be running out of the base right now. Let's throw him back in there. Anyways, as I was saying before, if y'all look, it's completely completely fortified all the way around, and over here it's bricked up, so we should be good. And then if y'all look, this is the front of our base. So you do have to take off your shoes over here, and the second you take it off, you are greeted with a bunch of food. And then this is our animal shelter. And I mean, if y'all look, we do have some aliens inside over here because they are prisoners. We do have a Kiwi inside, and I think he is snacking on the alien elite, but we just saw him doing that, so he's leaving now. And then we do have some more flutes over here, and then we do have another cage over here with a bunch of aliens. So yeah, I would say that's pretty much our base. Let me know what y'all think about it in the comments down below. The fire has gone out, so that means this challenge got a way lot harder. So we don't have access to the map no more, and the deer is gonna be hungry every single night now. Alright, so it is nighttime now, and the deer should be here, but I have yet to have heard of him. But we do have to watch out for this thunderstorm. Oh my gosh, it just went away. The deer is right behind us. If y'all look, there he is. But he can't make his way inside because we are on top of this animal shelter. Just like that, we survived a night with a hungry deer and absolutely nothing happened. So far, I would say this base is actually goated. Just make sure you make your way on top. And how I do that is I climb this tree right over here. You just have to make this big jump, and then you make your way all the way to the end, and then from over here you just make another jump, and here you are. So yeah, I'll keep y'all updated, but so far it's going pretty good over here. We just have to make sure we pick up these kiwis because they keep on escaping. I mean, why would they escape from here? I mean, they have unlimited food and they have some friends too, so I don't know why they're doing that. They're just being a little bit silly right now. Hey yo, what are you doing on this UFO ship? So if y'all look, this is the campfire. So it's completely crowded with cultists, but if y'all look, we can look at this physical map right over there. So anything we do have marked on that map we can access, but we should be fine for now because there's not really much that we need from that map. We pretty much already explored everything we had to have done. So let's just drop off this kiwi once again, and let's make our way on top. I think it's safe to say that we survived the night because look at this deer, he's going crazy. And just like that, we survived 99 nights and 90 minutes. And that was us living at this abandoned animal shelter. And it seems like the kiwis did escape, but that's fine. I mean, it is time for them to leave, so that is completely fine. So hopefully you all enjoyed this video, and if you did, please drop a like and subscribe for more content like this. And I'll see you all in the next one. Peace!